Fortnite just released a very confusing video. Lots of jokes are being made. This is what happens whenever you use the Fortnite shield mushroom. But what does this video actually mean? Well, it's a teaser for the Big Bang event. Fortnite tweeted with it, "A galaxy is a container of worlds that abide by its own set of rules. Galaxies unknown leave opportunities for new rules." So yes, this is obviously a teaser for the event. But what does it mean? We know that the event is called Big Bang, and well, what is the Big Bang? It's a theory that two things colliding creates everything. And that theory involves a universe that continues to get bigger and bigger as time moves on, where it's everlastingly expanding. Obviously, this theory is a little silly, but for this case, it's supposed to work. The 0 point was also known as the Big Bang in some Fortnite comics. Maybe we're gonna actually go back in time to the Big Bang. Or we're gonna extract the 0 point and cause another Big Bang, making the universe to be, well, expanding more. And why do we need the universe to expand? Well, it would eventually open up the possibility for all these other universes to be there, which would be the Lego universe and the racing universe. But what does this video have anything to do with it? Well, what if this is actually what it looks like when we're time traveling back in time? Or this is what will look like whenever we are actually causing the Big Bang. Or maybe this is what it looks like when we're entering a new universe. Or maybe this is what it looks like whenever we are doing something to create a new universe. We have no idea, really. These are a few good guesses, and I assume really it's just when we're traveling through time. There's not really a for sure answer. Just right now is what we can assume is that it's actually related to time traveling. Well, this image, the very trippy part of it, is actually looks like a flower. And not just any flower, it looks like the same flower that the 0 point makes when it's blooming. The 0 point usually does this when it's on its last life, where it's really damaged and it's needing something to help it. We saw this in Chapter 2, Season 6, so what if this is actually what it is? What if the 0 point breaks fully and then it does this, and we actually end up saving it somehow? That's just a theory, and I have no idea where it could lead, but I'm really excited to see where this goes and how we're gonna get to Chapter 5. Now, this wasn't the only teaser that we've gotten so far. We've gotten a teaser from the other day where it was a video of the rocket flying into the air. I made a whole video about it before, but I'll quickly do a little recap. This rocket went into the air and it started flashing with electricity. Whenever this electricity flashed, it actually caused a weird little sound. We can assume that this sound is actually the time machine, because in the game right now, the time machine is currently strapped to the rocket. And we can assume that they're going to use the rocket to somehow bring something back in time or to the future. Now, are we going to be traveling with the rocket back in time, or are we going to be hitting the rocket to the 0 point, causing it to go back in time? In this little video, we can actually see that the cube is missing. The whole cube island is missing, actually. I don't know how this ended up happening, but we're going to have to wait until the event to see. What if the cube actually succeeds this time, and it can actually cause the 0 point enough damage to actually get destroyed? Hear me out. Since this image does look like when the 0 point is destroyed, it's almost like it's blooming. What if the cube succeeds and destroys the 0 point? The time machine is rumored to run off of rifts. Maybe that's why we've strapped it to the rocket, because during the end event, the rocket rifts over 10 times. It rifts like 50 times. What if every time that the rocket rifts, we actually get flung through a different point of time? So the rocket rifts and we rift with it, but just not to that place, instead to a different point in time. We could rift all the way back to Chapter 1, Season 5 when the cube originally spawned, and then go back to the map. And then whenever we rift again, we'll teleport back in time to like Chapter 2, Season 2, and whenever Midas was here. Like, what if we got a recap of all of the events during this? And then eventually, every time that we flash back to Chapter 1, we actually see how the cube is working and it's actively destroying the 0 point. And whenever we actually get back, what if the 0 point gets destroyed and we get to see this image that they posted? Since it looks like the bloom, what if this is what happens when you destroy the 0 point? That would be cool.